Good afternoon, the Media News. Hi, I'm Abayomi Adeyemi. The federal government says it is deepening its security partnership with the People's Republic of China for local arms production and military training. Minister of Foreign Affairs Yusuf Tuga stated these while speaking with newsmen at the State House after President Bola Tinubu received China's Foreign Minister Wang Yi at the Aso Rock Villa, Abuja. Mr. Tuga said it is part of the country's broader strategy to tackle terrorism and other forms of insecurity within and outside its borders. Tuga stated that boosting cooperation with key partners like China would help Nigeria and its neighbors respond to shared threats more efficiently. Responding, China's Foreign Minister Wang Yi emphasized his country's opposition to foreign involvement in Africa's internal matters, stressing the importance of African nations leading their own peacekeeping and other counterterrorism efforts. Wang pleaded Beijing's full support for initiatives aimed at enhancing the continent's security, including a 1 billion yen assistance package. Following the alarm raised by Governor Seyi Makinde of Oyo State, security agencies in the southwest have intensified strategy aimed at stemming the influx of as well as rooting out bandits anywhere in the zone. Acknowledging that Makinde was the chief security officer of Oyo State and must have been well briefed, both the police and Amotekun said they were not taking lightly Makinde's disclosure that bandits fleeing from the northwest to Oyo State as their new abode. The Assistant Inspector General of Police, Zone 11, Osogbo, Patrick Edong, said efforts were being intensified in the areas of patrol, deployment of special squads, more robust intelligence gathering, and collaboration with other security agencies, among others. AIG Edong also promised a quick response from the police to security threats, just as he solicited communities' cooperation and support in ensuring security. He noted that the police have intensified patrols in all 33 local government areas with focus on vulnerable communities and flashpoints, so that more special squads have been drafted, trained, and deployed to vulnerable areas across the state. Meanwhile, a Yoruba Nation activist, Sunday Adeyemo, has declared his readiness to join efforts with security forces to root out the bandits, just as the Pan-Yoruba Socio-Political Organization, Afenifere, called on Southwest governors to redouble their efforts to secure the region following Makinde's revelation. The Court of Appeal in Abuja has ordered a fresh hearing in the legal battle over the disputed Kano Emirates involving Al-Haji Ado Bayero and Muhammadu Sanusi. In a judgment delivered by Justice Muhammad Mustafa, the appellate court held that Sanusi was denied fair hearing due to the shoddy manner in which the Kano High Court conducted proceedings against him. Justice Mustafa stated that the Kano High Court was unfair to Sanusi by conducting proceedings without serving him a hearing notice to enable him present his case. He held that all courts out of law are bound to ensure justice for all parties by giving them equal opportunities, adding that the conduct of the proceedings against Sanusi amounted to a travesty of justice. The Court of Appeal therefore ordered that the case be remitted to the Chief Judge of the Kano State High Court to be reassigned to another judge for expeditious determination. The Minister of State for Labor and Employment, Nkiriku Oyejocha, has affirmed that President Bola Tinubu remains committed to reviewing the minimum wage after 3 years. During a briefing after meeting with labor leaders in Abia, Oyejocha stated that the current minimum wage will undergo a review in less than 2 years, emphasizing that the president is deeply committed to the welfare of workers and is determined to fulfill every promise made to them. According to her, President Bola Tinubu has approved 70,000 naira minimum wage in July 24, with the promise to review it every 3 years. She reminded the leaders that labor is an integral part of the government that should help to ensure stability and peace, not just at workplace, but also in the country. The federal government has restated it's resolved to terminate contracts for road projects not delivered on scheduled dates. The warning followed an observation by the Minister of Works, Dave Umai, of slow work pace on major projects in the southwest, in the south-south and southeast by contractors. Some of the projects inspected by the minister are Section 3 Umai Aba of the Enugu Port Harcourt Expressway, alignment of Section 4 of the Aba Port Harcourt Highway by CCECC and Bodoboni Road by JBN. The minister further used the opportunity of the project inspection to address concerns about the government's abandonment of 4 legacy roads. He clarified that the Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration had resolved to inaugurate some road projects between next month and May. According to the Director of Press and Public Relations Ministry of Works, Mohamed Ahmed, Dave Umai directed Federal Controllers of Works to submit lists of completed roads for inauguration. He instructed the Federal Controller of Works in Rivers State to issue a warning to the contractors, saying that the contract will be terminated if the improvements in the tempo of work were noticed. And now from the sport desk. A Yimba International striker Brown Ideye is eyeing a return to the Super Eagles. The former West Brom Albion forward was part of the Super Eagles squad that triumphed in the 2013 African Cup of Nations under the late coach Stephen Keshi. He has since had intermittent appearances in the national team due to injuries and limited playing time at his previous club. While speaking with newsmen, Hideye expressed his desire to return to the national team, calling it an honor to represent Nigeria again. Hideye noted that he has not retired from international football, so he would be delighted if he is called to represent his country. However, Hideye has been in good form, scoring twice for Eyimba in their last 3 matches. And from the foreign scene, Republic of Benin armed forces have suffered heavy loss in an attack near the border with insurgency that hit Niger and Burkina Faso. The National Guard Chief of Staff Colonel Fazio Gomina said one of Benin's most well-equipped military positions have been hit in the north. Colonel Gomina noted that it is not clear yet who is behind the attack, but the country has in recent years witnessed increasing attacks in the northern region, blaming the attack on jihadist groups based in neighboring countries. Meanwhile, it did not provide a death toll for attack, but the main opposition party, the Democrats, said about 30 soldiers had been killed in the Alibori region. It will be recalled that more than 120 Beninese military officers were killed between 2021 and December last year. And that ends the media news on OSBC TV. Join us at 3 for the state news. Good afternoon.